In this video, we're going to go over how to customize length. So if you don't have 18-inch increments in your space and you need to get to a more precise size, that's what we go over here. So that brings up our DIY tile. This is a 9x18 tile. It comes with reinforcing strips. These strips provide the strength to the tile after you cut it. So you'll have to move them into the various grooves that we'll go over here in a little bit to provide the strength for the installation that you're working on. On the surface, you've got lines that you can cut on, which again we will go over in more detail a little bit later. So that's what this tile's function is meant for. We've got all three surfaces, solid, smooth, like this one, a diamond plate, and this is our open. So, in this particular installation, we've got a hard wall here that we're trying to fill in this gap between. And so, I'm going to measure that distance. So I've got about 21.5 inches. So, we can fit one 18-inch tile in here, and then we'll have to make up the rest of it with the DIY tile. So, I'm going to subtract 18 from 21.5, so that gives me 3.5 inches. Then I'm going to take my tape measure, and I'm going to put it onto the DIY tile, and come to what is the closest point that I can cut. So that's right here. It's actually a little bit over 3.5 inches. It's more like 3 3/4. So we're going to need to move the platform a little bit over that way, or we'd have to go down to about 2.5 inches. So I'm just going to scoot this part of the platform about 1/4 inch this way, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is take one of our beams. So these beams, like beam assemblies, obviously too long to fit in this gap. So I'm going to take a ratcheting wrench and I'm going to remove one of the legs. So I'll just slide that out. As you can see, it's got the bolt and the washer. So we're going to go over to the saw and we're going to cut this to 21 and 3/4 inches long, and then we'll deburr the end and we'll reattach. We're also going to go and we're going to cut this tile so that it will fit the gap that we need after we put in one of our 18x18s. Okay, so to fill the area that we need to cut right along this line. So band saws work great for this. You could also use a table saw or a skill saw or even a jigsaw. But we have a band saw, so that's what we're going to use. So that's what the finished part looks like. And we need 2 more of these for this installation. All right, so now we're going to cut the beam to 21 and 3/4 inches. We happen to have this large metal cutting saw, but you could use any kind of metal saw as long as you can cut pretty straight. So we're going to need 4 of these, so I'll cut the other 3. Okay, so we cut all of our beams and we cut the tiles. So now we're back. I went ahead and deburred the ends. We did it with a large spinning wire wheel, but you could do it with a file or sandpaper or whatever type of equipment you have on hand. You'll notice this leg is still here because we never took it off. And the lock screw is still here, okay? So that's gonna be important here in a little bit because this end, because we cut it off, no longer has the lock screw. I'm gonna turn the leg beam assembly upside down along with the leg, slide the leg into the slot, and in the beam there are grooves in it, kind of steps that keep the leg from being able to turn. Those are important because the leg needs to stay straight. You want to go ahead and place the leg at the edge of the beam so that everything is flush right there, just like it is on the other side. And then I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to apply some pressure once everything is lined up to keep it where it needs to be. And then I'm just going to tighten it down so it's good and snug. So again, here's my lock screw. I want my lock screw to be out at the edge of the platform. That's what keeps the tiles from being able to go off the edge. On this side, you've got the rest of your assembly, so the tile can't walk this way. So now I'm gonna assemble this frame kit just like I normally do. And again, with the clips on the cross braces going the correct way so they can lock onto the cross braces that are on the kits that are already here. So lift up the kit, the cross brace clips over that cross brace that's already there, and put it into place. I went ahead and assembled this other frame kit so that and there it's in place. And so now I'm going to go ahead and put this tile, the bridge tile, in place. And now for the DIY tile. Each one of the tiles comes with three aluminum bars. We call these support strips. You need to have 3 in each one of these sections that you cut, okay? You always want to have 1 in each one of the outer grooves, like that, okay? And I'm leaving a gap here at the end, and that's for it to lock into the rib on the beams. Okay, so there should be a gap on both sides, and you may need to, play with it a little bit to make sure you've got it centered right. And then I'm going to put one on this end here. And then you want one roughly in the middle, but again, you have to put it in one of these grooves here. So I'm going to pick this one here. And again, it needs to be centered. Okay. One other important thing to note is you should never actually use a piece that you've cut that you can't get all 3 strips into. Okay? That gives it the strength that it needs. So again, just like with the tiles, you install it at an angle. Okay, one other thing that we want to point out about the DIY tile is it's not intended to be on the edge where a step is going to be. So if you're going to be stepping on and off of the area where it is, we recommend basically swapping that in one of the 18 by 18 tiles. So move the 18 by 18 tile out and move the DIY tile in. That way you have a larger area and it'll hold up to the weight and movement better.